You are listening to ChartingWealth.com for Friday, the 26th of August, 2016. Let's jump right into the markets. What are they doing? Well, they're going down. Why? Because the charts told us they would. We've been talking about the divergence that made no sense over the last 4 days. Remember, the market rotated over on the MACD going down even though price went up. We actually drew a trend line. If you listened to the broadcast yesterday, we've been talking about it for the last several days. It was inevitable that it occur. Why? Because we rely on the indicators, not the price movement. Indicators are where it's at on the charts. I know my English teaching mother would not appreciate me using "at" the way I did, but hey, we'll deal with it. We're here to make money, not worry about proper English, correct? Yes, I'll answer that question. What do we see going on? Well, we have a rotation over now on the derivative oscillator after the MACD's already been going down for 5 days. Big down day as far as our candles go, down 0.28% on the big chart. What do we see going on the 4-hour chart? We see the lesson we've learned in the past. When you have a rotation over at the same time on the short chart, that is the 4-hour chart, as you do on the 2-day chart, you get in because you're going to see down movement. And of course, it occurred. Lots of down movement in the morning, penetrating the 2-day trend line, and more down movement in the afternoon. Those of you who jumped in, took our advice on your virtual trades, you are in the money, aren't you? Again, it's an inverse play, and things are working just as we said they would. We've been waiting for this top off for a long time. All right, let's go back and we'll take a look at the S&P 500 on the 2-day chart. Did the same thing, crossed over going down back around the 22nd, 24th, and we've seen confirmation in price movement after this crazy divergence. MACD rolls over, price continues to go up. Isn't going to last, didn't. We also penetrated on the S&P 500. We penetrated the weekly, that is the weekly trend line, a yellow trend line we have drawn this week. We don't usually do that. I decided to so you could see it when it happened. It did happen. That's a big barrier to push through. If we look at the 4-hour chart, what do we see? Lots of movement down in the morning, followed by some up movement in the afternoon. Again, 0.10% is how much the S&P 500 was down. Okay. Now let's go back to our 2-day chart, and we've been waiting to see what the Qs is going to do. Well, the Qs crossed over going down. It is now a confirmed down as far as the first day of the 2-day candle. We don't feel comfortable confirming the down until we literally have a closed candle. That has not happened yet. We'll be waiting to see if indeed that occurs. We have pushed through, at least on the 2-day candle, we've pushed through the weekly trend line. That has been broken. Now, if we look at our 4-hour chart, what do we see? Lots of movement down in the morning, some recovery in the afternoon. The Qs was down. And again, the Qs is the NASDAQ 100, down 0.21% for the day. Big down movement as far as our derivative oscillator goes. We've continued to see down movement since a crossover way back at the 10th of August. So we've continued to see the Qs on the short chart moving down. Now again, when we look at the price movement, we can see a lot of sideways sliding, but the MACD is down, as is the derivative oscillator, which rotated over at about the same time the MACD crossed over going down. Now, that's where we are on our indexes. Lastly, we're going to take a look at gold, which was down again. Gold rotated over going down back on the 8th of August, slid sideways for many days, but is now still below the 2-day trend line. If we look at what's been happening as of late, we saw on the 22nd, we saw our 4-hour chart rotate over. Actually, in the morning, in the afternoon on Friday, forgive me, the 19th. And what has it done since then? It has powered down a lot in the morning, a little bit of recovery in the afternoon. Gold was down 0.09%. Folks, our charts, I love it when our charts work. I love it when the charts work. And again, playing it safe, trend following, waiting for the big chart to rotate in one direction, then for your short chart to back off and then move in the same direction. Or, as we've seen with the S&P 500, when both the short chart and the long chart turn at the same time. Good entry points there. Those of you who've been doing that and practicing, you have seen it work. You have questions, concerns, just getting to know us here at Charting Wealth, I very much encourage you. Sign up for our daily newsletter at chartingwealth.com. Just give us your email address, your first name. We'll put you on the mailing list. Doesn't cost anything. What do you get? Our How to Read a Stock Chart video, the link to that, which will get you the firm basis and understanding. It only takes 15 minutes. What we do is simple. Why? Because simple works. Complicated doesn't. As Einstein said, make things as simple as they can be, not simpler. We make it as simple as it can be, and it's not that hard, folks. What is the decision? It's binary, either buy or sell, okay? And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to keep it simple. Is the stock going up or going down? If you can figure that out, you can make millions. And what do? We don't tell you what to do. We train you so you can make those decisions on your own. When you get good at being able to read these charts, then you can take real money, get away from the virtual trading, and make your own decisions. That's what we're all about. You want to help us out for all we do for you? We ask two things. Go to YouTube, subscribe to our Charting Wealth channel. When we hit 1,000 subscribers, thousands already listen every week, we will start being able to provide to you proprietary broadcasts. Also, iTunes, if you'll go there, please subscribe to our daily podcast. Give us a 5-star rating. It helps us in the metrics. You guys have helped make us as high as number 6 as far as stock market podcasts go, and we very much appreciate that. Let us hear from you. ChartingWealth.com. God bless you. Hope you're paying attention to this advice and using our training. Take care.